ਮਾਇਆ ਗਿੱਠਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਨਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਗਿੱਠਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਨਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਗਿੱਠਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਨਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਗਿੱਠਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਨਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਜੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਛਾਪੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ 4 ਮਿਲੀ ਰਾਈਡਾਂ ਤੇ 2.5 ਮਿਲੀ ਸੰਦਾਂ ਤੇ 2 ਮਿਲੀ ਦਾਰੂ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਬਚੇ ਜੋ ਰੰਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਥਾਣਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਬ ਰੱਜੇ ਪੁਲਸੀਏ ਲੱਖਾਂ 'ਚ ਮੁੱਢ ਤੋਂ ਵਿਗੜੇ ਜੱਟ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੱਦਾਂ 'ਚ ਲੌਂਡੇ ਫਸੇ ਜੱਬਾਂ 'ਚ ਜੱਟ ਫਿਰੇ ਨੰਦਾਂ 'ਚ 9mm ਡੱਬਾਂ 'ਚ ਤੇ ਨੋਟ ਤੁੰਨੇ ਕੰਧਾਂ 'ਚ ਪੈਸਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਐਬ ਖਰਾਂ ਐਬਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੂਹ ਖਿੜੀ ਖਿੜੀ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੋਟ ਡਿੱਗੇ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਨਸਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਾਜਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਥੰਮਦੇ ਨੀ ਤਾਜਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਿੱਟਾ ਹਰਾ
What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat. What is it? Have you figured it all out? Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill.
Hey!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess.
Then leave it to me. I'll find some more.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stick.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetius? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Hello, do you speak? Yes, sir. I do speak.
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me take shelter in his cart.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
Hello, do
No.
you speak? Yes, sir.
You're right.
I do speak.
Then I suppose this is where we say...
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. You say that you're trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something? Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As in, you drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes,
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
in terms of the outcome alone,
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
that is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, they...
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember
Lesser Lord Kusanali. As the god of wisdom.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you
Please, I want to see them for myself.
even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish.
I'm just a puppet.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point.
Understood.
Thank you.
This looks like...
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once.
Alright.
Wanderer,
Is that because this...
you could see.
I hear footsteps.
This place is... No, there's no... There's some... You're awake. What happened? How'd you get... Not a scratch.
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the balladeer in Shaki.
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are...
During the Tatarisuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not as the second in command at Tatarisuna. Response, but Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarisuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Huh? What are we doing back here? Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty. But
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but
Okay, I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. And then he kept coughing all the time, just like me.
but you can't.
Yup, we're family now.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died after his mother died. The child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors, after leaving Tatarisuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him.
what happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came up.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no... The voices have gone. It looks like...
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Great rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the travel.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And... Hey! Look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the duck.
What a sharp funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never failed to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above by then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should...
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to...
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his...
Welcome. I look forward to a...
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a...
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out.
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self. I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood.
I guess he
Looking at it now,
आगे सर
it
आगे
seems
भी
that I
चलिए
brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled. This is...
Is he alright? No way! Hey! Are you done yet?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memory back now?
Have you got any more stupid questions? Feeble human! You're dead! Squall Fury! At my command, you shall fall! Nothing worth mentioning. How amusing. The wind rises. Insignificant pest! Know your place. My endless cycle begins! Imbecile!
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What if...
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about, but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue.
Welcome back, Traveler. Paimon.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
You don't like being addressed?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, after learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten...
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't...
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you up, but before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again... Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that, Traveler. In the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply, and including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened, but I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed. Which is why there is emotion in the everything that you feel is real and lasting. And whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they?
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future...
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. What?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can have...
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Have you got anything? Are you sure? Oh, all right.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet? Take your time. I don't need this. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. What's that look for? Don't make that. That day will... Alright. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, so we can finally go eat?
But thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and...
I've got it! I can end my novel. You mean because... Yeah! I heard the dark clouds had disappeared. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was all these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire, and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise. Life is...
Time to go.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger. Wow! Huh? Look at that video. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? Like.
You sound lost and confused. I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind over...
Huh? Is there someone here?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result...
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but...
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary... Anyway, that face is still lying there. Feels wrong just leaving it there.
Time to go.
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a...
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on... So, what address?
He just wrote Next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I'd failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is.
Come on! Paimon wants to have a look too. Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well. From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Yeah, you're right. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in? Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see it.
Time to go. I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. That's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her? The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru's spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail. That's why the knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master D-Luke are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Hey! Using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And?
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru. And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo.
and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to keep me, as well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from certain things. The thought that I might be able to actually live a happy life there must have been the icing on the cake. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in—
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been. Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me.
Well, alright then.
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
Trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen. Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate.
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly... Your sister. She mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that she mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in a Vidya forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
No. Now is not the time. No, it's just I'm still waiting for my drink.
Seriously?
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
Crumble!
Into the wind!
Wait.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. You could be forgiven for thinking nothing. It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps? Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without...
If you say so. Well, there's a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off. Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken too. Was this a makeup box? That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh, what sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Hey, look! It's a bowl! Guess whoever used...
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal...
Oh, so it's a medicine bowl? Doesn't look like there's anything else worth our attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite foggy, but we'll exhaust our...
Noises?
It's not much.
Time to go.
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose! This is surprisingly good taste for 500-year-old. Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
I will have order.
One with nature.
Illusion shattered!
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to
What? You're going alone?
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Guess what? Good thing there's a bonfire over there. Let's make ourselves something to... Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you. Changing the subject, Dane's taking forever. He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be? We came together, but now it's back to just being the... So... Don't take this the wrong way or anything, but... Do you ever get tired of Paimon being around? Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing Paimon. So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it like traveling with your sister? The stars? Wow. Yeah, Paimon understands. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles! And you too, Teyvat! You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something Alright. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat. Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just wants to look after you for once. Nighty-night. Go on, shoot.
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed... All right. Rest here a bit longer then. I'll head into the...